Absolutely. But I love, helping people start up. I love it. I'm telling you, I love it. I love getting up every day and helping people, start their business. So our second hour of the show, we are about to go into our special guest, Miss Janice Freeman. Y'all may have seen her um this season on The Voice. When I say I'm just so inspired and so empowered by her. Like when I first heard she was on the show, I was just so happy for her. I was so happy for her. So I'm going to bring her in right now. And I'm this interview. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic. Yo, I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic about this. So we're gonna wait for Miss Janice to join us. Hi.
Hi.
Listen. Uh I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm gonna try not to cry.
Don't, cause yeah, can you turn it?
I know.
Don't do it because I'm gonna be crying too, and so we both gonna be crying. Let me make sure. Can you hear me
I
right?
know,
Am I
but
still
Janice, like
okay?
you're so amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
everything I've seen you go through, you just never gave up. Never gave up. And you kept on pushing and you kept on pushing. And I just knew that it was something amazing because I just felt like the enemy was fighting you so hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give you the floor. I want you to tell people your story.
Well, the funny thing that I think is so interesting is the fact about our history, and how far we go back, and
Right.
how we used to with Don and them, and how we as kids we were together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And grew a relationship back then, and in between all these years, and it's like nothing. We didn't miss a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Never. Never.
And the fact that back in the day, through all those things that I know you guys had gone through,
Right.
that you're such a success right now. And what people don't understand is it's in all the things that you experience, all the trials, all the tribulations, all the things that we feel embarrassed about. It's those things that help us in our success. Is what brings about our success. Because one
Right.
thing that I have come to understand is that it has built character for me.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, just to do a quick elevator timeline, and whatever you want me to elaborate on, I will. But
Yeah.
back when I was 7 years old, I mean, it dates back further than that. But my first bout with illness was at 7. I had kidney failure. We couldn't figure out what was going on. I literally lost. I was nothing but skin and bones. I couldn't even digest water. That's how bad it was. It just kept throwing everything up. Um, at 14, I had a meningococcal meningitis, which is a bacterial form that kills you in a week. I've seen people die in days of it.
Wow.
Um, I They gave my mother about 2 maybe to 6 weeks at most. If she didn't have funeral arrangements, they told her to do the funeral arrangements because rigor mortis had already set in my body. I was still alive, but rigor
Mm-hmm.
mortis had already set in. So it hurt to breathe.
Right.
It hurt to blink. You know what I mean? It hurt to swallow. Those type of things. And then I fought that for about 9 months. I was in isolation. Um, People couldn't visit me because they had to either suit up, throw everything away, type situation. But God brought me through that.
Right.
Um, at 21. So when I think back over all these increments of time, it's every 7 years something
Right.
at a whole nother level of like devastation happened in my life.
Right.
When I was 21, I was diagnosed with cancer and lupus, along with a couple other diagnoses. But it was devastating. It was devastating.
Right.
I couldn't do chemo at the time because I was already doing treatments for lupus, and to do them both would have instantly killed me.
Right.
Um, oh my gosh, my twin and them are here.
I seen
But
them. I seen them
you
come
see
in.
them? um, So all these things that have happened to me, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, oh, I was so strong and I had the, the best perspective, and I just said I'm gonna make it. You know what I mean? It was nothing like that. I hit rock bottom. Depression was present in my life. It's so crazy. I just shared with my twin some things that he didn't even know about me attempting to take my own life because I was tired of the treatments, the medication, the depression, and you gotta be there for family, and you have to be there for church, and you have to be like, and all those things are falling apart. We're not even going to get into that side of it, but I just felt like, what am I here for? What, God, why do you keep bringing me through this? Like, why do I have to deal with this? Even now. I believe that it built me up for a time such as me being on The Voice.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
preparing me. It was preparing me for people that feel like I felt.
Right. Right.
The people who feel like I'm not gonna make it. I don't know how to make it. I feel invisible. Nobody's going through what I'm going through. Nobody loves me. Or nobody can, the people who do love me can't do anything for me. So why be a burden? Why be a
Right.
why be a weight, or just a burden for family members to take care of you. I mean, literally, my husband will literally have to get me dressed and wash me up at times. And I mean, just it's crazy. Thank you, babe. It's crazy because
Right.
everything I had gone through, everything that I'm even now going through is for the platform that God set up for me, like I said, through The Voice.
Right.
And Lord, though it was an unexpected elimination, God is in control of all of that. It is
Absolutely.
only, it is only because
Absolutely.
of God. I needed to be eliminated at the time I was eliminated because God knows things we don't know. And
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
and and I
Exactly.
don't need to be in certain contracts for years, and and money being taken from me because of a platform. So I'm grateful for it. It was the best experience I think I've ever had in my life, and
Right.
I've built a fan base that has been amazing, like overnight. Um,
Mhm.
but I'm just grateful because of the thing. You know what, Mia? The thing that gets me most is all the inboxes I get that says, I'm from Brazil. I live in Brazil right now, and you've given me hope. You've
Right.
you've I can choose life today because of you. Um, you
Right.
know, I'm dealing with cancer now, and I didn't want to live, but I want to live now. I want to live now, and I want to pursue
Because of
life.
you.
I
Because of
want to
you.
pursue life. You know what I mean? That is huge for people to switch their perspectives of saying that my life is over because I was diagnosed with this, but now saying I want to pursue life now. That is
Right.
something money can't buy. You can't pay me enough. I mean, to change anything. And I'm just, my heart is just overwhelmed with the fans and the stories and the testaments that are coming, that are when I say it has not stopped me, it has not stopped. Like, my phone, I don't even know what day it is. That's how much is coming in, and everybody is saying
Right.
things. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm grateful for everything I've been through. I'm grateful for every bit of it. All the times I was afraid. I can think back, like I said, in ninth grade when I was hit with meningococcal meningitis. I was like, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm 14 and I'm not even gonna see ninth grade. Like, I'm afraid. Like, what is death? What do
Right.
you mean? You know what I mean? I didn't really know
Right.
God. I didn't know
Right.
God at the time. I had just joined a church, so I was just learning, so I didn't know about faith. I didn't know about, his love, but the whole time he was keeping me. I didn't know that. So I think
Had it
back over
handled
those
you the whole
times.
time.
Right. I think back over those times when I was really, really afraid, and it gave me the fuel and the strength that I needed right now. to be able to deal and feel people and love them where they're at and be able to help them through that. So I'm sorry, I didn't went on one. I thank you for having me
No,
on.
you're good. I just wanted to kind of touch on, since you went to our history, like when I we first met and just embraced each other and we were just family.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know, but at that time, I was in the system. I was in foster
Yes.
care at that
Yes.
time. And
Yes.
not even knowing what you were going through. And I know at the time that we met, you had lost your brother. And it was like you were just so nice. You were just so nice to me. And I really never experienced that out of people, because before I was placed with my cousin, I was in a foster group home. And even though you and your family was going through what y'all was going through, your mom was good to me. You were good to me, your sister, and it's just like it was just like wow for me. You know what I mean? At that point, and just knowing what you've been through, I didn't even know at a young age you was going through those kind of things. But you were always nice to me. You know what I mean? Always sharing with me. And I just remember, and I don't know. That's why I was just so excited today, for you to come on and how you just encourage my life. Me 7 years ago being diagnosed with a brain tumor and feeling like, oh, I'm gonna die. That's how I felt. And I didn't know God. And it was like once I got to know him and I'm just like, you know what, it gotta be something greater that he has on my life. It got to be. So it's like where I'm at right now and where you at. I know when we were in that space of fighting those illnesses, it's like I'm sure we didn't think we would be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sure of it. I sit here every day and I just thank God for a roof over my head. But there's so much more going on that he has in store.
Right.
And I just the day you got eliminated, I just said, God, I know that Janice is gonna be signed. I know it. I know it. I just know it in my heart. I know it. He has his hand on your life. You are a powerhouse. Seeing you on my TV week after week and singing with so much strength. It was just like, wow, I can get through. And I know your fans, I know everybody around the world just heard your story and knew that they could get through
Yeah.
because of you, because you kept fighting through. How was that, just knowing that you made it actually on the show? Like, how was that for you?
It it's so funny because so many people ask me that, and I've always lived my life grateful, always.
Right.
But it was a level of gratefulness that I had never experienced in my life. All this time I had been fighting and trying to build a name for myself and
Right.
singing here, going here, trying to figure out, what our family's gonna do and how we're gonna make it and how we're gonna and for God to give me something like The Voice. And not just because the crazy thing is about what 4 or 5 years ago I tried out for The Voice. I went through the whole cattle call, didn't even make it past the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So for this to just fall in my lap, I don't know if Lamont is still on here. Lamont Leaks. I did some shows for him, and he called me. He's like, "Hey," which I vowed. I said I'm never doing any type of show like that ever again. I had done Sunday Best and everything, and nothing came out of that, and that I know of. But I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. But I got a call and asked for a private audition, and I'm like, well, I tried out before, and I guess my name was there. I don't know, but to actually
I know.
for it to be a situation that this is not like the door slammed in my face or somebody saying psych or somebody pulling the rug from up under me, like all the times before things have happened, that this was actually something that God had for me
Right.
to see through. You know what I mean? So when I got the call back to say, like, you know, you are amazing, it's something about your heart. It's something about your heart. It's something
Yeah.
about you that is just, I don't know. All of our hearts are like burning. It's overflowing. I'm like, God, that's you. And then I made it through that process. I made it through all the. It was a bunch of like, what do you call them, auditions or yeah, like it was so many different levels to it. And then I'm actually on TV, you know, for them to say, because not everybody's, you know, blind audition would be shown, and
Right.
to get the notification that we could actually share it, I'm like, I'm tripping out. I was tripping out. Like, this is really happening. Like, this is actually happening.
Right.
And not only was my blind audition shown, but I was a part of the promotion. And I was like, okay, all right, God, like this is again, it was, here goes another level. Here
Right.
goes another level of gratefulness. Like, you didn't have to do that. I didn't have to
Right.
be a part of that. And I start getting overload. My phone died. My phone died. It kept going ding, 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 ding. Like, people saying, did I just see a glimpse of you? It just takes a glimpse. It
Yeah.
just takes a glimpse. 1 second for something to start forming. So I did that, and I'm like, to make it on a team, people, you know, I'm huge on I'm huge on speaking things into existence. You have to know your worth. You have to know who you are.
Right.
You have to know who you are and your worth. And it wasn't that I didn't think I was good enough, because I know I'm more than good enough.
Right.
But it was a place God had me that was so humble that I made a team. And not only just a team, but I had a choice.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we don't, a lot of times we go through life, we're doing things because we didn't have a choice to do it.
Right.
But it's the difference when now you have to, that's where real strength comes in, I feel, because you have options now, and you gotta, you know, you got to make the right choice. And the whole time, Mia, the whole time uh, preparing for the blinds, I literally
Mm-hmm.
got on my face. I got on my face like this.
Right. You
I
got
got on
to.
my face. And I said, God, I need you to give me wisdom. I need you to give
Mm-hmm.
me insight, and I need you to give me strategy. I don't know what else. Like, I just need you to help me make a decision on what it is
Right.
I'm supposed to pick, who it is I'm supposed to pick, what am I supposed to do? And believe me, I got cussed out for not choosing Jennifer Hudson. When I say I got cussed out, I got cussed out. Um, but people don't understand. First of all, I had asked God the entire month leading up to
Right.
like, tell me who I'm supposed to choose. All right. So a lot of that stuff was edited out. Like, when I say the spirit of God fell in that place, it was
Mm-hmm.
unbelievable. And the way that it was edited, I didn't come out first and say, you know, yeah, you know, with the cancer. I didn't come out that. Blake is the one who was like, which they showed a little bit, but he said, I feel something. Something is like
Right.
what's going on? What happened to you?
Right.
And that's when it started to come out or whatnot. But Miley said something that my mother used to say to us when we were little. And mind you, we never met before, of course. My mama and
Right.
Miley didn't have no conversations. This is the first time I had any conversation with this woman.
Right.
Miley said, my mom used to tell us when we were younger, dare to be different, right? Dare to be different. So while we're talking, and they, you know, because they was feuding, they was going at it. Jennifer and Miley was going at it. Miley said, you know, you have to dare to be different. And it was something in my spirit that was like, there it is. There's
Yeah.
what you prayed for. That's the
Yeah.
person you need to go with. Listen to my voice. So it was a done deal for me. And it was the best decision I had ever made in my life. One
Wow.
thing that I want the world, you and anybody else to understand, it was in my uncomfortable moments, my pain, the unknown spaces that I knew who I grew to know who I was. I
Mm-hmm.
knew how strong I was. I knew what weaknesses I had. I knew wisdom came about. You have to understand in those times where you feel most afraid or you don't know that's where you're gonna grow the most. And
Right.
so to go with Jennifer, and I love that woman. To go with her would have been a comfort zone for me. We
Yeah.
sing kind of alike. We have similar backgrounds. We're both African American. Let's keep it real. Miley is totally unknown to me. That we don't look alike. We don't have the same skin color. We come from two
Mm-hmm.
different walks of life. And when I say it has been the best decision I could have ever made outside of my baby girl and my marriage now, it was the best thing I could ever do. That woman
Wow.
is ridiculous. That woman is ridiculous. She was the only coach that showed up to rehearsals, cared about lighting, what you wore, how your makeup was, are you comfortable, what do you need, what do you don't need. I mean, that woman, and that woman still messes every single day, every
Wow.
single day. At least we talk at least 3 and 4 times a day. We talk, and she's like, I think she was more upset than I was when I got eliminated.
I think so too. Just like the look on her face, she's like, I was like,
Yo,
wow.
yo, they had to edit so much stuff because this woman, when I say the F bomb was, she's like, F you, take this effing mic off, take her effing mic off. Y'all not effing talking to her. Y'all must be out y'all effing mind. I mean, like, she was like, I'm not playing.
Wow.
She was like, sue me. I don't care. Cause this is BS. I mean, I was standing there like, you know, like looking at her like, I can't stop.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
Wow.
That
Wow.
woman is my best friend. And you could have not told me when we was little or even 10 years ago that I would be like this with Miley Cyrus.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
it goes
Wow.
deeper than that because I was on The Voice to meet her. There's a lot of things in her heart that I believe that God gave my voice the gift of healing, and it has nothing to do with singing, but I needed to be strategically placed to minister to that woman, to minister to Blake, to minister to Jennifer, to minister to Adam, to minister to the janitors, to minister to the whole production team. Because when I say that me and the whole Voice production team is like this, I love those people, and I respect them for who they are and the fact that they made me so comfortable and they cared about when I had a lupus flare or when my tooth broke. How about that? Let me tell y'all something. My tooth, if you noticed throughout the whole thing, along with lupus, I was diagnosed with Sjogren's syndrome. I did not know that I never had enamel to protect my teeth. I kept trying to figure out why they were breaking. I have ulcers at the roots of whatever teeth is left of mine. So they're decaying from the inside out. So they were just breaking. Um, when I did when we got done doing like the knockout round, the playoffs, my
Uh-huh.
tooth, my partial broke. So I literally had to glue, and my real tooth that wasn't part of the partial broke off. I had to glue my teeth back into place.
Wow.
Listen, um, right before my my second live show, what I did, Shine,
Mm-hmm.
my front tooth broke off. I went to the PO, which we call him PO, the production office, and I'm just crying. I'm like, I don't know what to do. My front tooth is just broken off. I'm embarrassed. There's nothing I could do about it. When I say them people got on it, and then I had hit Miley up like, because they changed my schedule. I'm like, I don't want you to think I can't handle this, but this is what's going on. When I say that woman had a van, like along with production, had a van waiting on me, sent me to her dentist. I have a whole new grill.
I seen that. I seen the picture of you and the doctor, and I'm like, wow. I know I'll get the story later, but I'm like, okay.
Let me tell
Wow.
you. I mean, and still not done. But when I say they had teeth for me in hours, I mean, it was no joke. And the dentist that, and let me tell y'all how y'all can't tell me God is not real. You can't tell me that the Father is not real, because before Miley called her dentist,
Mm-hmm.
now mind you, this is the story after I met him, but he was like, when I walked in, his face kind of like, what the crap? It's you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Right. So he was like, I was redoing my house or whatnot. I got some TVs put, beautiful home, put on alternate walls. And he said, I turned it on just to see how it looked. And I've started videotaping so I could show my friend. And
Mm-hmm.
you're on TV. Now, this is before Miley called him. This is before Miley even called him. You're
Mm-hmm.
on TV singing the story, and he says, I'm standing there holding my chest and I'm crying. He showed me the video, so he knew I wasn't. So I would believe he wasn't
Right.
lying.
Right.
This man is crying. You can't tell me God does not set things up for his people. He said all things work for the good of those who love him and who's called according to his purpose. Eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard, nor enter into the hearts of man the things that God has in store for you. Who would have ever known that the thing that I have been fighting, I try to do fundraisers to raise money because these things are expensive. And I'm like, I
Right.
need my teeth. I'm tired of being on TV or whatnot and looking like I don't have a tooth because I had to glue it back and it's up further in my mouth. So it looks like I have no tooth. I'm tired of feeling embarrassed, but I can't stop
Right.
singing. What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You got to keep pushing. Don't let nothing going on with you stop you from the things that God has for you. You can't, because God is saying in your pressing through all of that pain and pressing through all of that, I have people that I've already set up waiting for you to bless you. I
Yeah.
didn't pay not one dime, not one dime.
The favor of God.
You
The
can't tell
favor.
me. You can't tell me. So what I want to encourage those who are watching, and when I share this even on my artist page, what I want to encourage you, I want to encourage you. I don't care what is said to you. I don't care what diagnosis you have. I don't care what they say is supposed to happen. You continue to walk. One thing that God showed me was a tunnel. It's dark. But he showed me, like somebody's at the end of it and they're flashing a flashlight. Now, the further into the tunnel you're in the darkness, the light looks really dim, but you can see it flickering. You can see it
Yeah.
flickering. God said, don't focus that you're surrounded in darkness. Just keep walking. Walk towards that light that's flickering, because the closer you get to it, you're going to see that everything that you had to push through the darkness. And I know you're
Right.
afraid. I know you're scared. I know, you're like, I don't know what's on the right of me or the left of me. I don't know what's behind me. I can't hardly see in the front of me. He said, keep walking. Keep walking
Amen.
towards that light
Amen.
that's flickering. If I allow myself to say, okay, you know what, I'm too embarrassed because my teeth are breaking and it looks like I have no tooth and I have to keep explaining, I really do have a partial there. And then if I allow my headaches and my body and my, stuff hurting me to not allow me to be on the show, would I have ever even met Miley to even get the teeth that I've been fighting people to help me get?
Right. Mm. Who they can't say God ain't real? I continue to tell people you can't tell me. You
You
can't tell
can't.
me.
I'm convinced. And just because you don't believe him don't mean he don't exist. I'm convinced, and I know
Right.
God is. So it's like, I'm just overwhelmed. God has blessed my life tremendously in spite of all the turmoil that is even currently going on. He has kept me, and
Right.
I'm like, what do Lord, what do you want me to do? Like, what you want me to do? Because I am here. What do you want me to do? I just want you to love me. I just want to be in your presence. I want to be protected. You know what I'm saying? And I want people to choose life. I want them to choose life today. You know about depression. You know
Yeah.
about suicide. You know
Right.
about those attempts. I want
Mm-hmm.
people to choose life today. I want them to see that their life matters. Your life matters. Who would have ever known? That's what made me cry, because I'm like, When we met, I loved you. It was something special about you. It was something special about your brother. And it wasn't, and that's why I believe God loves children like he loves them, because we don't care. You know what I mean? We don't care. We just know that we love you. We know that, it's some, being nice goes a long way. It does. And it's not because I felt bad, because yeah, I knew about the situation, but we were going through same similar things. And it's just the fact that about you, and not knowing that 20 years later we would be talking and on different platforms but successful. And that's full circle to me. And I was, when you asked me to do this, I'm so honored. I'm the honored one. I'm the one it's a privilege to be talking to you now, because you're worth it. Mia, you're worth it. You're like a eureka. You're something that somebody found that nobody else has ever found in this world, in history of time. You're that eureka. And you have to understand that you have to know your worth in order to be able to save the lives that you were already predestined to do. God gave you a mandate before you were even conceived. So it's my honor and my privilege to be sitting here talking to you.
Thank you.
You know that. It was an honor and a privilege, and for me to talk to you back when we was little, and it's even more of an honor and a privilege to talk to you now. That's real.
I feel the same way.
That's real. And anybody that says anything different, bless your heart. But I'm not accepting that. You are not welcomed around me. Your energy is not welcomed around me. You have, in fact, I'm going to pray for you, because obviously it's something that you're lacking in yourself that makes you look at me and attack me for living my truth. It's all right. It's all right. But you need to understand you're worth it.
Thank you.
Baby, you're worth it.
Thank you.
And people need to understand the blessings that their lives will get if they blessed you. That's how worth it you are. When people sow into your life, they're sowing into good ground. So harvest time has to come. I'm sowing. I'll sow whatever I need to sow in your life, because I know that's good ground, and I know harvest time is coming, and you're worth it.
Thank you.
You were fearfully and you were wonderfully made. And like I said, it's an honor for me to be a part of your platform today.
Thank you so much. I don't think people understand when people make you feel like you're not worth it. But you know you are, but they want to convince you you're not. And it's the people like you. It's the people like you that I want to be close to, because I don't understand when people make me feel like I'm not worth it. But I make them feel like they're worth it.
Absolutely.
And it's like I gotta go. I gotta get away from you because your energy, something ain't right with you.
Right.
Something ain't right.
I had to realize that it was in the feeling that I had of myself, the worthlessness, that I was attracting people of like minds. See, the way that this world, God spoke this world into existence. So what makes you think that your words and what you think and what you create in your heart is not going to form in your reality? You have to change who you are inside so that you start attracting different anybody else that don't fall. Because of course the enemy got to bring people, but it's up to you now to recognize who they are and say, you know what? I don't care if it's mama, daddy, brothers, kids. You can't come around me with that. You can't. I'm not allowing that, because you have control over what happens in your life and who's in your space. Baby, when I came to understand that, oh no, things start changing. People start falling off. I started to see who was that, what I call them top of the mountain relationships. The further you go up, the air gets thinner. And not everybody can get up there with you. Snakes can't survive up there. Okay?
Right.
You understand that? Rodents and things like that can't survive up there. The air is too thin. And when you get up there and the people that you see is breathing fine, them is the ones you need to have in your life.
Right.
Everybody else is gonna fall off and be okay with that. Because I need the top of the mountain relationships. Those are the people I need in my life.
Absolutely. Thank you. Wow, thank you for that. I needed that.
Man, for real.
Absolutely. I needed that. I needed that. I seen on Facebook that you're being honored at an event. Are you being honored?
Yeah.
And who are you being honored alongside of?
Man, it's a couple of them. You look at the flyer, you're like, wait, what? No, like,
Yeah.
nah. I, like Martha, like really? No, like no. It still ain't dawned on me. Like, I'm like waiting to show up. Like for real though.
Right.
What? Sorry, my bad. What happened? Okay, my child is like ghetto. Sorry.
No, she's good.
Come say hi. And go on. Come say hi.
Hey, beautiful. So when is the event?
It's December 15th, so this coming Friday.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm the New Age Pioneer
Pioneer.
award.
Yes.
And it's funny because I still don't know much about it because it kind of like came out of nowhere. I didn't even know. And I
Right.
just feel like extra special. Like they honored me, something. I did something right. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
but yeah, it's this Friday. But I'm so excited because aside that, really, bye. Um, I don't know if you guys know the history of the song, the story I did for my first live show by Brandy Carlisle. Um, I received an email from her.
What?
First, I received an email from um, her musician, and he also helped co-write the song, the story. And I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was tripping out. I was tripping out off of that. And then the next day, I get an email from her, and she's like, "What the heck did you do with my song? Like, how did you just take me to school like that on my song? Would you sing it with me?"
Yeah.
Uh, Hell yeah! I mean, duh. Like I was tripping out. I done fell out my car. I was, passed out. So I'm gonna be singing with her at the House of Blues on this coming Wednesday, doing the story with
Wow.
her, and I'm just,
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
I know,
That's
right?
amazing.
I know, right?
Okay. You have that coming up. You have the event coming up. Like, what is next for Janice after this? What's next?
I
Can you
am
even talk
working.
about what's next, first of
I
all?
know, right? There's a lot of things I can't talk about. Um,
Right.
just know that I am like literally working on albums right now. And all I can say is in 2018, like y'all better buy y'all tickets because this world tour is gonna be
I can't wait.
outrageous. So that's all I can say. Y'all better buy this music now, shoot, and y'all better be in the crowd.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm excited.
Absolutely. We supporting you.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
We got your bag. How could we not? How could we not? Like, I just want you to know, like, I believe in you so much. So much believe
Thank
in
you
you.
so much, man.
Believe
I
you.
appreciate that.
Your voice is amazing.
Thank you.
And it's not like you don't even have like a new age sound. You have that Patti LaBelle, Anita Baker, Whitney Houston. Like that's what I
Wow.
think about when I hear you.
Thank you.
I'll be like, dude, I'll be like, hold on, is that coming from Janice's feet? Is she singing all the way from her feet, all the way up? It's powerful. It's powerful.
Thank you.
And you, every time you were on that stage, you owned it. You owned it though. You
Yeah.
owned it.
Yeah.
Every stage, even when I seen you online performing places, you owned the stage
Yeah.
like a
You know,
natural.
in my mind, it's what I do. It's my life. Singing is my life, and I just feel like if this is my last time that I could sing a song or do a show, and I have to convince at least one person in there that again they're worth it, or just to have some hope. Like I have to give 200%. I feel like if I died right after that, I would want to have no regrets. You know what I mean? I have to lay everything out all the time, every single time. So that's how I go into it. Like if this was my last time singing on this stage, like would you give only 10%? Would you give 50%? No, you would give 2,000% and go out with a bang. So I appreciate that. I really do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, please tell everybody how to contact you, how to follow you and connect with you. I know you're on iTunes, so tell them about iTunes as well.
Okay. Well, you all know my artist page is Janice Freeman. I think you just put at Janice Freeman Live. So you can go there on Facebook. On Instagram, it's at Janice Freeman. Just simply at Janice Freeman. On Twitter, it's at Janice underscore Freeman. So Janice underscore Freeman. Yes, I have music on iTunes. Just search Janice Freeman. And everything that I have so far on iTunes is available there, including the voice and things outside of the voice. So please go pick. I have a really, really, I call it my baby. I have a song called You. That I wrote to the Father, and that is something that's on iTunes as well. So you guys go, please support and buy it.
Absolutely.
My YouTube line, I'm gonna start doing a blog there on iTunes. I mean on YouTube, so you can look up Janice Freeman there as well and subscribe. The email for that is Hannah Jae, so HANNAHJAE 2007. And just join and I'm good. It's the series is going to be called Matters of the Heart. So anything that I put hashtag Matters of the Heart. Um, we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about. We're not going to. We're not going to sugarcoat anything. And people, I want people to get help because, again, we don't talk. We don't talk about things. We don't talk things through. As us growing up, we weren't taught to talk. We
Right.
we
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 weren't.
hit things. No, no, we need to talk about it. We need to get it out there. We need to get some help. And you never know where that help is going to come from if we don't speak it, if we don't talk, if we don't ask, if we don't shed light. So I'm very, very excited about hashtag the matters of the heart. And yeah, like you guys be looking out because I'm telling you, it's 2018. I'm not gonna be at home ever. And I'm like excited to come back to the East Coast, come back home and do some shows there. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yes.
Oh, oh. If anybody needs any bookings or any information as far as that, send me an email. That's Janice Freeman Live at Gmail. Also, my webpage is up finally. So
Yeah.
that's www.janicefreemanlive.com. So everything is pretty similar. You guys go there, go on the website and sign up. So you can get updates when concerts do drop, when albums do drop, when singles do drop. Everything is going to be done through my webpage. So go to www.janicefreemanlive.com and sign up. Thank you
Yes,
again.
and I will have that on my pages. And anything going on with Janice, you can always find on Queen of the Curves magazine page or Queen of the Curves pages where I always just make sure that I'm sharing everybody's stuff on there. But Janice, like, thank you so much. And
Thank you.
in 2018, I want to see you right back here on my show.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hopefully I'm on the network by then. But
Oh yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah, you will. You will be. Yeah, and it's not, that's what I mean. Change that. Not hopefully you
okay,
will. You will. You better get some post-it
I
notes, get some
will.
affirmation journals. You will in 2018 be your own network. You know what I'm saying? It is not hopefully, it is. So I'll be on that
I
network
will.
with you. Thank you.
I'm gonna change that. I will be on the network. So
Yeah.
next time you come on, I'm gonna be on the network, and we're gonna get the exclusive about the tours and the albums and
Yes.
everything. And
Yes.
I'll be in touch with you, soon too, because I definitely want to get you in the magazine.
Okay. I
Absolutely. You
love
know
you,
what?
Leah. I
I
love
don't
you
even
so
listen.
much.
I don't even want you in the magazine. I want you on the cover. So I want you on the cover.
Hey,
So
I'm being like
let's
this.
do that. Let's do that. I want you on the cover. So
That's right.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. 2018 is going to be amazing. It's going to be
Yes, it
amazing.
is. Yes, it
Period.
is. I
And
love you, Leah. Thank you so much for having
thank
me.
you for taking out the time. I know you're like super busy, but thank you for taking out the time to come in on. Thank you
Absolutely.
so
Love you
much.
guys. Thank you.
See ya. Thank you.
All right, babe.
See ya. Yes. Oh, Wanda said now that's big. Yes, it is. But oh my gosh, it has been an amazing show. So amazing today. I wanted to open up the platform for people to come on and talk about their businesses and talk about their brands, and then having, Janice come through and just have me in tears, and what I mean, we're just crying because what, God is just so amazing. And like I said, I take what I do very, very serious. I take it serious because I know what I've fought through, and I know what I've overcome, to be at this point. And I just want to inspire people that have a brand and have a business. Don't be afraid to walk out there. Don't be afraid to face that thing through. Do not be afraid. But I do want to tell y'all that next week is my last show for the season. And comment on this live, share this live. I'll be giving away a Samsung tablet. I'll be tagging some other people. I know Athena has a giveaway that she's doing. Y'all can find that on my page. I'm gonna tell Athena, please tag me in your giveaway that you're doing so the people on the live can see it. But I just want to encourage people to level up for 2018. Please meet me right back here next Monday at 6 p.m. for my closeout show for the season. And it's going to be an amazing show. You do not want to miss it. But I thank y'all for y'all support, commenting, watching, reach out to the people on here, what I mean, that put their business information up there. If you weren't able to get on the live, please post your business information in the comments. Please network with each other. I love y'all. Have an amazing evening and thank you. Thank you so much.